Okay, so you're getting ready for a photographic equipment assembler interview.
That's fantastic.
Well, we've got you covered with this deep dive.
Yeah, it's going to be like your secret weapon.
Yeah, walking you through all those common questions they like to ask.
I'm giving you insider tips so you can really stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're not just going to tell you what to say, though.
We're going to take a look at what the interviewer's really trying to find out with each question.
Yeah, what are they really looking for?
So you can tailor your answer perfectly to what they need and stand out from all the other candidates.
Yes, and we're going to give you some career insights specific to this role.
So you're not just going in blind.
Yeah, and guess what?
We're even going to touch on how RoleCatcher
That awesome AI-powered career platform
can help you craft the perfect answers.
and get feedback tailored to this specific job.
Talk about a competitive advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's dive right into the heart of it.
Those interview questions everybody's nervous about.
Yeah, so let's start with kind of a classic one. What experience do you have in assembling photographic equipment?
Now, this one might seem straightforward, but
Yeah.
it's an opportunity for you to really showcase more than what's just on your resume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even if you haven't, worked in a camera factory or something,
Right.
think about any experience you have with assembly.
Even as a hobby.
Yeah, have you ever built a computer or repaired electronics?
Put together furniture,
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. The key is to connect those experiences to the skills that are needed for camera assembly.
Right.
So for instance, did building a PC teach you about handling delicate electronic components?
Yeah, or fixing a broken headphone jack. Did that show you that you know how to work with really tiny, precise tools?
Exactly.
And all of those things are relevant.
Very much so.
Yeah, and don't forget about the soft skills that come with assembly work,
This is huge.
like following complex instructions.
Being detail-oriented, having patience
It's like all those little things that people don't think about.
that interviewers are looking for.
Yeah.
So now here's a potential follow-up you might get.
Okay.
What's the most complex piece of equipment you've ever assembled?
Oh.
This is where you can really shine
Yeah.
by going into detail about a specific project.
Yeah.
Even if it's not directly related to cameras,
Right.
just make sure to highlight the skills that would transfer to camera assembly.
Okay, great tip. Okay, next question. How do you ensure the quality of the equipment you assemble?
Oh, okay.
So now it's easy to just say, like, I follow instructions carefully, but this is your chance to go deeper.
Much deeper.
Yeah.
So think about your process. Do you double-check connections? Do you use any specific techniques for testing functionality? Have you ever used specialized measuring tools to make sure everything's accurate?
Right.
This is where you paint a picture of yourself as someone who's meticulous and takes pride in their work.
Exactly. It's about showing them that you're not just putting things together, you're making sure that it is top-notch quality.
Yep. And speaking of quality control, the career guide that we have here mentions how the industry is shifting towards even higher standards.
Yes, especially with all these digital components becoming so complex.
Oh, wow.
So understanding industry-specific standards like ISO 9001
Oh, yeah.
can be a huge advantage,
Okay.
even if you don't have direct experience with it, mentioning that you're aware of it.
Shows you're thinking on a professional
You're
level.
thinking ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's tackle this question. It's all about problem solving. Describe a time you had to troubleshoot a problem while assembling something.
Okay.
Now, this doesn't have to be about cameras.
No, not at all.
It could be, a DIY project,
A challenging puzzle.
anything like that.
Yeah, because the interviewer is really interested in how you approach problems.
Okay.
Did you stay calm under pressure? Did you break the issue down into smaller parts?
Uh-huh.
Did you try different solutions systematically?
Right.
These are the skills that translate to any technical role, including camera assembly.
Yeah, and it's okay to talk about a time when you didn't immediately solve the problem.
Oh, absolutely.
What really matters is that you show that persistence and the willingness to learn.
Right, and that ability to think critically.
Yes.
Now, a potential follow-up could be, what resources do you typically use when you get stuck on a problem?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so this is where you can mention specific websites, forums, or even tools that you like to use for troubleshooting.
Yeah, that's a great one. Okay, now let's shift gears a little bit to a question that's becoming increasingly important in the camera world. How do you keep up with changes in technology and manufacturing processes?
This is a good one.
Yeah.
So this is where you really show that you're passionate about the field and committed to continuous learning.
Yeah.
Do you follow photography blogs or websites?
Yeah. Are you subscribed to industry magazines like Shutterbug or Popular Photography?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the value of hands-on learning.
Like if you've experimented with repairing or modifying cameras yourself,
Exactly.
taking any online courses on electronics or optics.
That's all great stuff.
All those ways to show them that you are proactively staying ahead of the curve.
Because the photography industry is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Especially with these rapid advancements in digital technology.
Oh, sure.
In fact, the career guide actually highlights this, emphasizing the growing demand for assemblers who are comfortable working with all the complex electronics
Wow.
and digital imaging systems.
Okay, so speaking of digital technology, that brings us to RoleCatcher
Yes.
and how it can help you shine
Okay.
in this area. So one of the cool things that RoleCatcher does is it analyzes job descriptions to highlight those specific skills and keywords that employers are looking for.
Very important.
So when you are crafting your answers, you can use RoleCatcher to make sure you are hitting those points.
That you're tailoring your responses.
Yeah, and it's not just about keywords. RoleCatcher can also analyze your responses and provide feedback on things like clarity, conciseness.
Even your
Yeah, it's like having a personal coach helping you refine your communication style.
Absolutely, for maximum impact.
Yes. Okay, so let's move on to another question that focuses on a really crucial aspect of camera assembly, which is precision. Can you describe a time when you had to work with very small or delicate components?
Okay.
This is where you can really draw on those hobbies or personal projects we were talking about.
Yeah.
Have you ever built a model airplane?
Repair to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Even working with tiny beads for jewelry making.
Wow.
Anything that shows your dexterity and attention to detail.
Right, and the key is to emphasize the skills that transfer over to camera assembly.
Exactly.
Did you use tweezers?
Magnifying glass.
Did you develop special techniques for keeping your workspace clean and organized?
Right.
So you want to lose those tiny
Like
parts.
the little things that interviewers want to hear.
Yeah. So a potential follow-up question could be, what's your experience with soldering or microelectronics repair?
Those are really valuable skills in this field, so if you have any experience in those areas, definitely highlight it.
Yeah, and even if you don't, you can express your willingness to learn.
For sure.
You could say something like, I'm eager to develop my skills in soldering and microelectronics repair. I've been following online tutorials, and I'm confident I can pick it up quickly.
Perfect.
Okay, let's move on to a question that's all about work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe a time when you had to work under a tight deadline? Now, this could be from a previous job, a volunteer project, even a personal challenge that you set for yourself.
Sure.
The interviewer wants to know how you handle pressure.
Exactly.
Did you stay focused? Did you prioritize your tasks effectively? Did you communicate clearly with others involved?
Right?
These are all those qualities that are essential.
Especially in a fast-paced manufacturing environment.
Yes, and this is where you can tie back to RoleCatcher.
Okay.
When you're practicing your answers, you can use RoleCatcher's AI feedback to make sure that you're conveying your message in the right way.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher can analyze your response and suggest ways to make it more concise, impactful, and tailored to what the job needs.
Yeah, it's like having that second set of eyes
Exactly.
to help you refine those communication skills.
Absolutely.
Now let's tackle another question that focuses on teamwork. Can you describe a time when you had to work as part of a team to complete a project? This is a common interview question.
Very common.
But it's especially relevant for camera assembly roles where collaboration is key.
It's huge.
So the interviewer wants to know how you interact with others, how you contribute to a team, and how you handle challenges that arise when you're working with other people.
Right.
So choose an example that highlights your communication skills, your ability to collaborate effectively, and your willingness to be a team player.
Right. Did you take on a leadership role? Did you help resolve a conflict?
Yeah.
Did you contribute your unique skills to help the team succeed?
Yeah, and think about those potential follow-up questions they might ask. What was your role on the team?
How did you handle disagreements?
Yeah, be prepared to give those specific examples.
That showcase your teamwork abilities.
Okay, let's move on to a question that's all about safety. How do you ensure that you are following all safety procedures when assembling equipment? Safety is paramount in any manufacturing setting,
Absolutely.
and interviewers want to see that you take it seriously.
Absolutely.
So this is where you demonstrate your understanding of workplace safety protocols.
Right.
Have you received any specific safety training? Are you familiar with OSHA regulations? Are you comfortable wearing personal protective equipment?
These are all important things.
Yeah, and remember, it's not just about following the rules. It's about having a genuine commitment to maintaining a safe work environment for yourself and your colleagues.
Exactly. You could say something like, I believe that safety is everyone's responsibility, and I'm always proactive about identifying potential hazards and following procedures to mitigate risks.
That's great.
And a potential follow-up question could be, can you describe a specific safety procedure that you're familiar with? So be prepared to give a detailed explanation. Right.
Of a safety protocol that's relevant to camera assembly, like handling delicate electronic components or working with soldering equipment.
Exactly. All right, let's tackle one more question before we move on to some broader career insights.
Okay.
This one focuses on your ability to follow instructions and specifications. How do you ensure that you are following all relevant specifications and requirements when assembling equipment?
Okay.
Now, this is really important in camera assembly, where even small deviations from those specifications can have a big impact
Yeah.
on the functionality and quality of the product.
Right.
So think about your process. Do you carefully read and double-check measurements? Do you use checklists to ensure you haven't missed any steps? Do you refer to diagrams or schematics to clarify complex instructions?
Okay.
These are all things that they want to hear.
And this is another area where RoleCatcher can be really helpful.
Absolutely.
You can use its AI feedback to make sure that you're highlighting the specific skills and keywords employers want for this, like attention to detail, accuracy, precision.
Right. RoleCatcher can analyze your response and suggest ways to make it more targeted to the job requirements.
Yeah.
It can also help you identify any potential gaps in your skills or experience, giving you an opportunity to address those in your answer.
That's amazing. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about a question that might seem a little unexpected. Can you describe a time when you had to train or mentor a colleague in assembling equipment? Now, you might not have formal experience as a trainer, but this question is really about your ability to share your knowledge
Exactly.
and help others learn.
Absolutely.
So think about a time when you helped a friend, family member, coworker with a project that involved assembly.
Did you break down complex instructions into simpler steps?
Ah.
Did you provide encouragement and feedback?
Yeah. Did you demonstrate patience and understanding?
That's what they're looking for, because these are all valuable skills in any workplace.
And interviewers want to see that you're not just focused on your own success, but also willing to contribute to the success of others.
Exactly. And a potential follow-up question could be, what's your approach to training someone who's new to assembly work?
Oh, that's a good one.
This is where you can really showcase your understanding of different learning styles and your ability to adapt your teaching methods to meet their individual needs.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground with these interview questions.
A lot.
But now let's zoom out a bit
Okay.
and talk about the bigger picture.
All right.
The career landscape for photographic equipment assemblers.
The big picture.
Yeah, let's delve into some insights from the career guide and explore the exciting opportunities and challenges that lie ahead in this dynamic field.
I'm excited.
Me too. This is going to be good.
Let's go. Yeah, it really is fascinating how this role is kind of at the intersection of technology and precision and creativity. You're not just, putting pieces together. You're contributing to the tools that help people tell their stories and capture moments.
Absolutely, and that's something you can really convey in the interview.
Yes.
Don't just focus on those technical aspects. Let your passion for photography and the impact it has shine through.
Speaking of passion,
Yes.
let's talk about a question that can really reveal yours. Why are you interested in a career as a photographic equipment assembler? This is your chance to go beyond just the basic, I like working with my hands.
Right.
Think about what truly draws you to this field. Is it the intricate mechanics of cameras? The challenge of working with that cutting-edge technology?
The satisfaction of seeing that finished product that you helped to create.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get specific. You could mention a particular camera model that you just admire,
Yeah.
a photographer whose work inspires you, or even a personal experience where photography had a big impact on you.
Yeah. Those little personal touches can really make your answer stand out
Absolutely.
and help you connect with the interviewer on a deeper level.
For sure. Now let's shift gears to a question that kind of explores your attention to detail. What are some of the challenges you anticipate facing in this role, and how would you approach them?
Ooh, that's a good one.
This question's all about demonstrating your problem-solving skills
Yeah.
and your ability to think ahead.
Okay.
So you could mention things like the increasing complexity of digital cameras, the need to stay updated on that rapidly evolving technology, or even just the challenges of working with very small and delicate components.
Right.
But don't just list the challenges, provide solutions.
Okay.
How would you approach troubleshooting a complex electronic issue?
Uh-huh.
How would you stay informed about the latest advancements in camera technology? How would you ensure accuracy and precision when you're working with those tiny parts?
Okay.
So this is where you can really showcase your proactive mindset
Huh.
and your willingness to embrace those challenges as opportunities for growth.
Yes, and this ties back to what we discussed earlier about RoleCatcher.
Yeah.
Before your interview, use the platform to explore those potential challenges that are specific to the role you're applying for.
Right.
And then you can tailor your answer to address those specific challenges, demonstrating you've done your research and you're prepared.
Their homework.
Yeah, and you're ready to tackle the demands of that job.
Exactly. It's all about showing that you're not just looking for any job, you're genuinely interested in this job
Yeah,
and have really put thought into how you can contribute to the company's success.
for sure. Okay, so let's explore another question that can reveal your work style.
Mhm.
Do you prefer working independently or as part of a team?
Yeah. Now, there's no right or wrong answer here.
Okay.
Some assembly tasks might require more individual focus, while others involve collaboration with a team.
Right.
What's important is to be honest about your preferences and explain why.
Okay.
So if you prefer working independently, you could highlight your ability to stay focused, manage your time effectively, and take ownership of your tasks. If you prefer working as part of a team, you could emphasize your communication skills, your willingness to collaborate, and your ability to contribute your unique strengths to a group effort.
Yeah, and remember, even if you have a strong preference for one style over the other, be sure to express your flexibility and willingness to adapt to different work environments, because camera assembly often involves a mix of both
Exactly.
independent and collaborative tasks.
For sure. Here's a potential follow-up question that can dig a little deeper. Can you describe a situation where you had to adapt your work style to meet the needs of a project or team?
Ooh, that's a good one.
This is your chance to give a specific example
Okay.
that showcases your adaptability and your ability to work effectively in different settings.
All right, now let's talk about a question that can reveal your long-term goals. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, a classic.
This is a classic interview question.
It is.
But it can be kind of tricky to answer, especially if you're just starting out.
It can be?
The key is to be ambitious, but realistic,
Yes.
and to align your goals with the opportunities available.
Within the company.
Yes. So you could mention your desire to develop your skills in a specific area of camera assembly.
Like working with digital imaging sensors or optical systems.
Or you could express interest in taking on more responsibility.
Right, like leading a small team or mentoring new hires.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to mention your aspirations for professional development.
Of course.
You could say something like, I'm eager to continue learning and growing in this field. I'm particularly interested in pursuing certifications in electronics or optics to enhance my skills and knowledge.
That's great because interviewers are looking for people who are driven and motivated
Yes.
and really invested in their long-term career growth.
Right. So by expressing your ambition and outlining that clear path for your future, you'll show that you're serious
They're serious about this.
about building a successful career in this field.
Absolutely. All right, let's shift gears again and kind of delve into a topic that I think is often overlooked in interview prep.
Okay.
The company itself.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to do your research beforehand, but interviewers often want to gauge your level of interest with a very simple question. What do you know about our company?
Ooh.
And this is where your preparation pays off.
Yes.
Spend some time on the company website.
Read their mission statement.
Familiarize yourself with their product line. Check out recent news articles or press releases to get a sense of what they're up to.
Okay.
But don't just regurgitate facts.
Okay.
Connect what you've learned to your own interests and goals.
Uh-huh.
How does the company's mission resonate with your values? What excites you about their products or services? How do you see your skills and experience contributing to their success?
Right. It's showing them that you're not just looking for any job, you're interested in working for this company.
Exactly. And it's another opportunity to utilize RoleCatcher.
Oh, yeah.
The platform can analyze company profiles
and
and highlight key information that might be relevant to your interview.
like their culture.
Exactly. Their values, even their approach to employee development.
Yeah. Right. And all of that can help you tailor your answers to align with what the company is looking for,
For sure.
showing your interest and enthusiasm.
Now let's talk about a question that can sometimes throw people off. What are your salary expectations?
No. Money, it's always awkward.
It can be a delicate topic, but it's important to be prepared to discuss it.
Okay.
Do your research beforehand.
Like on Glassdoor.
Exactly. Websites like glassdoorsalary.com can give you some insight into that average salary range.
For your area.
For your area, exactly. And you can also factor in your experience level, your skills, and any specialized certifications you may have.
Yep.
When you're answering this question, be confident, but realistic.
Right.
Don't undersell yourself, but also avoid inflating your expectations beyond what's reasonable for the role.
Yeah, you could say something like, based on my research and experience, I'm seeking a salary in the range of, and then insert your range.
Exactly. And remember, the salary negotiation is a two-way street.
Yeah.
Be prepared to discuss your value proposition.
Highlight your skills.
Exactly that. Justify what you're asking for.
All right, let's tackle one more question before we wrap up this section on interview questions.
Okay.
This one can catch people off guard, but it's a great opportunity to show your personality and your genuine interest. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, this is not the time to just say, no, I think you've covered everything.
No.
Asking thoughtful questions shows your engagement,
It really does.
your curiosity, and your desire to learn more.
So prepare a few questions beforehand,
Okay.
but also be ready to ask follow-up questions based on how the conversation's going.
Yeah, like you could inquire about the company culture,
Their approach to employee training and development.
or even their vision for the future of the industry,
Right. And don't be afraid to ask questions that are specific to you.
to your interests and goals.
Exactly. For example, you could ask about opportunities for specialization within that assembly process,
Yeah.
or the possibility of participating in research and development initiatives.
Right, because the interview is a two-way street.
It is.
It's a chance for you to learn about them, for them to learn about you.
Exactly.
So by asking those thoughtful questions, you'll show them that you're truly engaged and invested
You're interested.
in possibly joining their team.
Okay, we've covered a wide range of interview questions, from the common ones to some of the more unexpected ones.
Yeah.
Now let's shift our focus to the broader career landscape for photographic equipment assemblers.
Okay.
Let's delve into some of the key insights from the career guide
Yes.
and explore the exciting opportunities and challenges that lie ahead in this dynamic field. So the career guide really paints this fascinating picture of this field, and one key takeaway is this shift towards specialization.
How interesting.
As automation, is taking over more of those routine tasks,
Uh-huh.
there's this growing demand for assemblers who can handle the really intricate and complex aspects of camera production.
That makes sense. It's like the industry is moving towards a more like artisanal approach, where human expertise is valued for, the tasks that require a delicate touch and a deep understanding.
Exactly.
So for someone who's considering this career path,
Yeah.
what are some specific areas that they could maybe specialize in?
Well, there are several exciting avenues. One is working with digital imaging sensors,
Okay.
which is really the heart of any modern camera.
Right.
These sensors are incredibly complex and require meticulous assembly and testing.
I can imagine.
Another area is optics.
Oh, yeah.
Camera lenses are these intricate systems of glass elements that need to be precisely aligned
Wow.
to achieve that optimal image quality. And this requires a deep understanding of optical principles and the
Yeah.
ability to work with these specialized tools and measurement equipment.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's not forget about the growing field of astrophotography.
Well, that's a good one.
As more people are becoming interested in capturing, the beauty of the night sky.
Yeah.
The demand for specialized telescopes and astrophotography equipment is increasing. So assemblers with a passion for astronomy and an understanding of these really unique optical systems are in high demand.
That is so fascinating. It's like the classic craft of camera assembly is merging with this cutting-edge technology.
I know.
And even venturing into the cosmos.
That's what makes it exciting. It's constantly evolving,
Yeah.
offering all these opportunities for continuous learning and growth.
Okay, so speaking of growth, let's talk about potential career paths.
Okay.
The career guide mentions several possibilities beyond just the traditional assembly line.
Yes. One path is moving into a quality control role.
Oh, okay.
As cameras become more complex, ensuring their quality and functionality is just critical.
Makes sense.
So assemblers with a keen eye for detail and a deep understanding of the manufacturing process can transition into these roles where they're inspecting, testing, and certifying the finished products.
That's cool. Another path is maybe specializing in repair and maintenance.
Yes, because as cameras become more sophisticated and expensive, the demand for skilled technicians who can repair and maintain these really delicate instruments is increasing.
Right.
So assemblers with a strong understanding of electronics and mechanics can find rewarding careers in this area.
And for those who are a little more entrepreneurial, they could start their own business.
Absolutely.
They could offer specialized assembly or repair services for photographers.
Right. Or even develop and manufacture custom camera equipment.
Wow, that's pretty inspiring. It shows that this career path offers a lot of flexibility and room for growth.
It really does.
Whether you're looking for stability within a company or the freedom of having your own business.
And let's not forget the role of technology in kind of shaping these career paths.
Oh yeah, how could we forget?
RoleCatcher,
Yes.
with its AI-powered analysis of job trends and skills, can be so valuable for anyone looking to navigate this evolving landscape.
Exactly. RoleCatcher can help you identify the skills that are in demand, highlight any gaps in your knowledge or experience, and even suggest specific courses or certifications that could help you.
It's like having a personalized career advisor,
Yeah.
guiding you every step of the way, helping you make informed decisions about your professional development.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From interview questions to broader career insights, and even the role of technology in shaping this field.
We've covered it all.
But before we wrap up, I want to touch on one more thing that's crucial for success in any career.
Okay.
Mindset.
I love that you brought that up.
It's everything.
It is.
It's your attitude, your approach to challenges, and, your belief in your abilities.
Absolutely. So for someone kind of embarking on this journey of being a photographic equipment assembler, what are some of those key mindset attributes they should really cultivate?
Well, first and foremost, passion for the craft.
Absolutely.
This is a field that rewards those who genuinely enjoy the process.
Right, of assembling these intricate devices.
Taking pride in their work.
Right, and appreciating the role that cameras play in capturing and sharing stories.
Another important attribute is a commitment to continuous learning.
Yes, because like we've discussed, the technology is always evolving, so you have to stay curious, embrace new challenges,
Yeah.
and be willing to adapt your skills to meet the demands.
Right.
And let's not forget resilience.
Oh, that's a good one.
There will be times when, you encounter a problem when things don't go to plan, or when you need to push yourself beyond your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And it's during these times that your resilience will really determine your success.
So as you prepare for that interview, as you embark on this exciting career journey, remember it's not just about assembling cameras.
Yeah.
It's about assembling a fulfilling and rewarding career.
Beautifully said.
So go out there, ace that interview, embrace the challenges, and never stop learning.
Never stop learning.
The world of photographic equipment assembly awaits,
It does.
and you have the potential to make your mark. We are cheering you on.
We are.